Welcome to today's video, where we take a closer look at the Washington Quarter, classic piece of American history, admired for its enduring design, hidden rarities, and surprising value in the world of coin collecting. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who simply enjoys discovering the stories behind everyday currency, this coin offers a fascinating blend of artistry, history, and collectible potential that continues to capture attention across the numismatic community. Coin number 1. The 1965 Washington Quarter stands out as one of the most intriguing modern-era coins for collectors, not because of a limited mintage or a commemorative purpose, but because of the unexpected rarity that emerged from a pivotal moment in U.S. coinage history. Although millions were produced, only a very small number possess the qualities or unusual characteristics that elevate them into the ultra-rare category. These select examples have earned strong respect within the numismatic community, drawing interest from both beginners and advanced collectors who appreciate the historical shift, the design continuity, and the surprising market demand the 1965 quarter still holds today. When the 1965 Washington Quarter entered circulation, the United States Mint was navigating a turbulent period marked by nationwide coin shortages and a rapid transition away from silver coinage. This quarter became the first in the series to be struck in a clad composition rather than silver, representing a major economic and cultural shift for the country. Produced at the Philadelphia Mint during a time when mint marks were temporarily removed to discourage hoarding, the coin reflects the broader pressures of inflation, increased consumer spending, and the government's effort to stabilize the monetary system. Because of these major changes, 1965 quarters have become an important marker of mid-20th century American policy and minting evolution. Visually, the coin retains the classic Washington portrait on the obverse, originally sculpted by John Flanagan. The detailed profile of George Washington remains bold in higher-grade examples, showing crisp lines in the hair and strong definition across the cheek and jaw. The reverse continues with the heraldic eagle design, perched confidently with wings spread and arrows held firmly in its talons. Struck in the new copper-nickel-clad alloy, the coin weighs 5.67 grams and presents a distinctive color and surface quality that differ from earlier silver issues. High-grade or era variety pieces often reveal exceptional strike sharpness, attractive luster, and a cleaner, more modern metallic appearance that separates them from earlier quarters. What truly adds to the rarity of the 1965 Washington Quarter is not its overall mintage, which was extremely high, but the existence of a few unexpected varieties and error types that appeared during the rush transition period. The rarest examples include the extremely scarce 1965 silver planchet errors, accidental strikes that occurred when leftover silver blanks from 1964 were mistakenly fed into the presses. These errors, along with sharply struck high-grade clad pieces, have become some of the most elusive 1960s quarters in numismatics. Because most 1965 quarters circulated heavily, finding pristine examples with minimal wear, bright surfaces, and strong eye appeal is exceptionally challenging, which further fuels collector demand. In today's market, the most exceptional 1965 Washington quarters, particularly silver planchet errors or superb uncirculated clad pieces, can command impressive prices. Well-preserved high-grade examples have sold for around $4,700, with rare error types climbing much higher depending on certification and strike characteristics. Even standard clad quarters from 1965 can see values rise strongly when they reach the upper grading tiers, especially MS-66 and MS-67, where population numbers drop sharply. The combination of historical significance, unexpected rarity, and wide recognition among collectors continues to push demand in a steady upward trend. Collectors seeking to acquire a premium 1965 quarter should pay careful attention to weight, surface quality, and strike sharpness. Silver planchet errors, for instance, weigh about 6.25 grams instead of the lighter clad standard, making precise measurement essential. Certification from trusted grading services like PCGS or NGC is critical for this coin, as authentication eliminates concerns about altered pieces or misidentified planchets. Proper handling and storage also matter, especially for uncirculated examples, because the clad composition can show contact marks and abrasions easily. Auctions, reputable dealers, and established numismatic communities remain the best avenues for securing genuine high-grade or rare variety pieces. The lasting appeal of the 1965 Washington Quarter lies in its unique position at the crossroads between traditional silver coinage and modern clad production. Its design carries forward the familiar American imagery of the Washington series, while its composition reflects a dramatic shift in U.S. monetary history. For many collectors, the coin offers a rare blend of history, scarcity, and beauty, qualities that only grow stronger with time and increased public awareness. Ultimately, the 1965 Washington Quarter has earned its place as a standout in the modern numismatic era, offering collectors a meaningful connection to America's economic evolution and minting heritage. Whether pursued for its rare errors, its exceptional high-grade examples, or its role in a transformative moment in U.S. history, the coin continues to attract strong collector interest and shows promising potential for future appreciation. Its combination of uniqueness, historical depth, and market strength ensures that it remains one of the most compelling quarters of its generation. Coin number 2. The 1966 Washington Quarter occupies a fascinating and paradoxical space in American numismatics, where extraordinary value emerges not from traditional scarcity, but from the exceptional preservation of a common coin. Struck in the aftermath of the Great Silver Coinage Crisis, over 821 million examples were produced, making it an abundant piece in circulated grades. Its immense collector appeal and high market demand today are driven almost exclusively by condition rarity, the extreme difficulty of finding a coin that survived the minting process and subsequent decades without a single flaw. For specialists and registry set collectors, the pursuit of the finest known examples transforms this otherwise ordinary quarter into a trophy asset, with premiums that can reach into the tens of thousands of dollars for the absolute pinnacle of preservation, fundamentally redefining what makes a modern coin valuable. Historically, this quarter is a direct artifact of a pivotal monetary transition. In 1965, the U.S. Mint, responding to a critical coin shortage caused by the hoarding of silver coins, permanently eliminated silver from dimes and quarters and introduced a copper-nickel clad composition. The 1966 issue is a second-year type coin of this new era. In a further effort to discourage collector-driven hoarding, Mint Director Eva Adams ordered the removal of mint marks from all coins from 1965 to 1967. Consequently, every 1966 quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint and bears no mint mark, a unique 3-year period in U.S. coinage history that adds a layer of distinctiveness to the series. Its release was part of a monumental, ongoing effort to flood the economy with new coinage, making its survival in pristine states a minor miracle. The coin's design is the enduring work of sculptor John Flanagan, featuring a left-facing portrait of George Washington on the obverse, with the word Liberty above and the date below. The reverse depicts a heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, clasping arrows and an olive branch. While artistically classic, what makes the design especially significant for grading high-value specimens are the subtle high points, the details of Washington's hair above the ear and the curls at the back of the head, along with the feathers on the eagle's breast. On a standard circulated piece, these areas are worn smooth. On a gem-uncirculated example, they are fully detailed. On a supreme-grade coin, such as one valued at approximately $4,500, these features are not just sharp but exhibit full, original mint luster with virtually no distracting contact marks, presenting a visually stunning, as made, appearance that is exceptionally rare for a mass-produced mid-1960s coin. True rarity for the 1966 quarter is a function of grade, not mintage. With a circulation strike mintage exceeding 821 million, the population in lower uncirculated grades, MS-60 to MS-66, is vast, and values there are modest, often between a few dollars and $50. However, the numerical cliff is steep. Coins graded MS-67 represent a significant leap in quality and price, with values beginning around $250. The pinnacle, MS-68 and above, is where extreme condition rarity manifests. For instance, as of 2023, only one coin has been graded MS-68 Plus by PCGS, and it holds the auction record of $21,000. A more typical but still elite example in the MS-68 grade might command a price around $6,300, representing a stunning premium for a single point on the grading scale. This dramatic valuation is based on certified population reports, which show only a handful of coins exist at this level among the hundreds of millions minted. The current market value for elite examples is robust and auction-driven. While a gem MS-65 can be acquired for about $50, the investment caliber coins begin in the MS-67 Plus range. For example, a premium MS-67 Plus example with exceptional eye appeal asterisk can trade for $1,500 to $2,500, serving as a cornerstone for a high-grade typeset. Moving into the ultra-rare tier, a certified MS-68 specimen, one of perhaps 24 known to exist in that state, reliably achieves prices in the $5,800 to $6,700 range at major auction houses. The market distinctly segments value between the rare special mint set, SMS coins, which have sharper strikes and satin finishes for collectors, and the even rarer top-grade circulation strikes. An SMS coin graded SB68 with deep cameo, DCAM. Contrast asterisk is a distinct collector prize, with a market value hovering around $3,000. For collectors targeting these high-value pieces, a rigorous strategy is essential. Foremost is the non-negotiable reliance on professional certification from services like PCGS or NGC. A holder from these services authenticates the coin, guarantees its grade, and encapsulates it to preserve its condition. When evaluating a potential purchase, focus on the coin's eye appeal, the strength and evenness of its original mint luster, the absence of significant bag marks, especially on Washington's cheek and the eagle's breast, and the sharpness of design details. Acquiring such coins typically involves reputable numismatic auction houses, established dealers specializing in modern rarities, or trusted transactions within collector networks. Always review the certification number online to verify its population, report status, and auction history, as provenance adds to confidence and value. Beyond flawless circulation strikes, a dedicated error hunter might pursue the enigmatic 1966 double die reverse DDR variety. This coin exhibits subtle doubling on the reverse lettering of United States of America and quarter dollar. It is exceedingly rare, particularly in high grades. While a heavily circulated example might sell for a few $100s, an unusually well-preserved specimen graded AU or higher could see its value approach or potentially exceed $1,000, given its status as a major variety in a series where such errors are seldom found. Identifying it requires careful magnification and comparison with a standard coin, underscoring the value of specialized knowledge in this niche of the hobby. In summary, the 1966 Washington Quarter embodies a compelling numismatic narrative where historical circumstance and the relentless pursuit of perfection converge. Its value lies not in the precious metal it lacks, but in its testament to a critical moment in U.S. monetary history and its unprecedented challenge to preservation. For the advanced collector, securing an example in MS-67 condition or finer, perhaps for an investment near the $2,000 mark, represents ownership of a genuine condition rarity. It appeals as both a historical artifact of the post-silver transition and as a blue-chip modern numismatic asset, with a stable and well-documented market that promises enduring relevance and potential for appreciation within the elite tiers of the collecting community. Coin number 3. The 1967 Washington quarter in very dirty and heavily circulated condition often surprises collectors because, while the surface may look worn, dull, or neglected, the true value of this coin lies in its history, its unexpected scarcity in high grades, and the increasing attention it continues to gain within modern numismatics. Even though the coin appears ordinary at first glance, its backstory makes it a fascinating piece for collectors who understand that rarity can come from survival rates, transitional minting decisions, and the limited number of well-preserved examples that still exist today. Many hobbyists enjoy the 1967 quarter because it represents a shift in American coinage standards, and despite being part of a widely used series, it has earned a loyal following among those who appreciate coins that carry both historical importance and hidden potential beneath a layer of dirt. During 1967, the United States Mint was still dealing with the aftereffects of the nationwide coin shortage that began in the early 1960s, prompting major changes in the production of everyday coins. The Mint removed mint marks during these years to discourage hoarding and to minimize collectors rushing to save large numbers of new coins. This decision, combined with rising mint output and the transition away from silver coinage after 1964, makes the 1967 quarter a key example of how the U.S. tried to stabilize circulation while adapting to new economic challenges. Its heavy circulation also reflects a time when these coins were used constantly in daily commerce, which explains why so many surviving pieces appear dirty, worn, or heavily marked. The context of its production gives the 1967 quarter a distinct place in American monetary history. The design of the 1967 Washington quarter still carries the classic artistry created by John Flanagan. The obverse features the familiar profile of George Washington, though on dirty coins the fine lines in the hair and the sharpness of the cheek and jaw are often hidden beneath grime or heavy wear. The reverse displays the powerful eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows, and framed by olive branches, a design that symbolizes strength and national stability during a turbulent era. Even in very dirty condition, the underlying structure of the artwork remains intact, and when examined closely, collectors can still see the craftsmanship that defined mid-century American coin design. The copper-nickel-clad composition, introduced a few years earlier, also gives the coin a different tone and texture compared to earlier silver issues, making the 1967 quarter a noticeable transition piece in hand. What adds to the rarity of the 1967 Washington quarter today is not its original mintage, which was very high, but the extremely low survival rate of coins with strong detail, original luster, and minimal marks. Nearly all 1967 quarters were used relentlessly in commerce, resulting in widespread damage, environmental wear, and the dirty surfaces that are so common today. High-grade pieces with sharp strikes and clean fields are exceptionally challenging to locate. The few error varieties from this year, such as off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and die breaks, also contribute to its collectible appeal. Even in dirty condition, certain errors can bring significant interest, especially since they reflect the rushed production environment of the time. Collector demand for the 1967 quarter remains steady, because it represents a turning point in U.S. coinage and has become an underrated date for those building clad Washington quarter sets. While not part of the Wheat Penny series, it serves a similar role within the quarter series, by marking a key transitional year that appeals to collectors who admire coins that reflect real historical change. The difficulty of finding high-grade examples, combined with the nostalgia associated with pre-1970's coinage, keeps this date on the radar of both seasoned collectors and new hobbyists searching for pieces that tell a deeper story than their appearance suggests. The contrast between its dirty surfaces and its historical significance often motivates collectors to search rolls, explore estate lots, or revisit old collections in hopes of discovering a better quality example. In today's market, the value of a 1967 Washington quarter in exceptional condition, or as part of a rare error variety, can reach about $3,900, with prices rising higher when the coin displays extraordinary sharpness or when auction competition is strong. Even though most dirty or heavily circulated pieces hold only modest value, it is the high-grade survivors and unusual error strikes that drive the upper price ranges. Graded examples at MS66 and MS67 are especially desirable, and their scarcity pushes the values upward each year. Collectors continue to pay premiums for coins that combine sharp detail, attractive surfaces, and trustworthy certification, which helps establish clear value in the marketplace. Collectors who want to pursue the 1967 quarter should focus on carefully examining each coin's surfaces, paying attention to strike quality, remaining detail, and any signs of natural luster beneath the dirt. Certification from reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC is especially important when dealing with higher value examples or rare errors. Keeping the coin in a clean, dry environment and avoiding unnecessary cleaning is crucial, as cleaning can damage the coin and erase its collectible value. Searching through old rolls, inherited collections, and dealer inventory can sometimes reveal overlooked examples with stronger detail than their dirty appearance suggests, making this a rewarding coin for patient collectors. The 1967 Washington quarter remains an important and memorable coin within the series, offering collectors a meaningful connection to a time of change in American minting history. Its worn and dirty condition often hides a deeper historical story, and its scarcity in high grades keeps it relevant in today's numismatic market. With its combination of visual appeal, collector interest, and long-term potential, this coin continues to stand out as a smart addition to any quarter collection. And as we move forward in our series, the next coin will take us even deeper into the world of hidden rarities that many collectors overlook but should never ignore. Coin number 4. The 1968 Washington quarter in very dirty condition often surprises collectors because what may appear to be an ordinary, worn, and heavily circulated coin actually carries layers of history and unexpected collectible potential beneath its rough exterior. Even though the coin may show dark surfaces, heavy discoloration, and years of handling, the story behind this piece makes it an appealing choice for collectors who recognize the importance of transitional-era quarters. Many hobbyists are drawn to the 1968 quarter because it represents one of the early years after mint marks returned, and despite looking common, it continues to stand out for its scarcity in higher-grade conditions and for the role it played during a changing chapter of U.S. minting practices. In 1968, the United States Mint was still adjusting to the major coinage changes introduced earlier in the decade. The removal of mint marks between 1965 and 1967 had complicated collecting, so the return of the D and S mint marks in 1968 restored an important element for hobbyists. The Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints all contributed to the year's production, with the San Francisco Mint striking proof coins only. The shift away from silver was now firmly established, and the government's focus had turned toward stabilizing circulation and restoring normal minting operations. This year also reflects a broader cultural atmosphere in America, marked by economic adjustments and rising interest in new collecting trends. making the 1968 quarter a meaningful artifact from an evolving period in U.S. history. The design remains rooted in the classic artistry of John Flanagan, with the obverse displaying the familiar portrait of George Washington, though on very dirty examples the fine details of the hair and facial features are often muted beneath layers of wear and accumulated grime. The reverse features the strong, iconic eagle with spread wings, perched confidently above arrows and framed by olive branches. Its copper-nickel-clad composition, which by 1968 had become standard for quarters, gives the coin a slightly different texture compared to earlier silver issues. When viewed closely, even dirty coins show the underlying craftsmanship, and the contrast between the worn surface and the original design makes this date visually compelling for collectors who enjoy searching for hidden quality beneath imperfect appearances. Rarity for the 1968 Washington quarter is not based on low mintage numbers, but on the difficulty of finding high-grade survivors. Most coins from this year circulated heavily, resulting in scratches, rim bumps, staining, and significant wear, conditions that make pristine examples extremely challenging to locate today. The Denver issues are known for being somewhat better struck than the Philadelphia pieces, while the proof coins from San Francisco are prized for their clarity and mirror-like fields. Error varieties, including off-center strikes, die cracks, and clip planchets, also add to the collectible interest of this date, especially because errors from this era can be found in surprisingly dramatic forms. Even in dirty condition, these unusual examples draw strong attention. Collector demand for the 1968 quarter remains steady because it plays an essential role within the Washington Quarter series, not a wheat penny series, and represents an important moment when mint marks reappeared. For collectors assembling full Dayton mint mark sets, the 1968D and 1968S issues hold significant value, especially in high grades. The nostalgia connected to late 1960's coinage also fuels interest, as many collectors enjoy owning pieces from a time period filled with economic, cultural, and political change. Even dirty examples can attract attention when they show strong remaining detail or come from mint runs known for their striking characteristics. In today's market, the most valuable 1968 Washington quarters, particularly those in exceptional uncirculated condition, dramatic errors, or rare proof grades, can reach prices around $2,750 depending on strike quality and certification. Coins graded MS-66 and above often command impressive premiums because the population of coins that survived with minimal marks is extremely limited. Proof examples with deep cameo contrast also achieve strong results, especially those with clean surfaces and sharp mirrors. As collectors continue to pay more attention to earlier clad-era coins, values for top-grade 1968 quarters are showing slow but steady appreciation, making them appealing both historically and financially. Collectors searching for the best examples should focus on details such as strike sharpness, the crispness of the eagle's feathers, and any remaining luster hidden beneath the dirt. Certification from PCGS or NGC offers strong protection for buyers because it confirms authenticity and grade, making it easier to determine fair value. Storing the coin properly in a dry, stable environment without attempting to clean it is essential, as cleaning can permanently damage the surfaces and reduce its collectible appeal. Searching through inherited collections, old coin jars, dealer stock, and estate lots often yields hidden treasures, especially since many people overlook coins from the clad era. The 1968 Washington Quarter continues to stand out as a meaningful piece of U.S. numismatic history, offering collectors a closer look at a transitional moment in American minting. Its dirty condition often hides the deeper story behind each coin, and the rarity of high-grade survivors makes this date a rewarding challenge for those who appreciate historical depth and long-term collecting value. As we continue exploring more hidden treasures in American coinage, The next coin in our series will reveal even more surprising details about the pieces that shaped modern collecting.